Hi, my name is Jesse McElwain. I'm a civil engineering major and I'm in my junior year.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I am a senior studying marketing here at Oregon State. I'm originally from Portland, Oregon.
My name is Julia Whitaker and my major is environmental engineering.
So I'm Daniel Schwab and I'm an advisor in the College of Business.
I grew up working construction and I've always been curious about the design side of things, and so I chose civil engineering as my career path.
I picked engineering because I was always really good at math and science. So when I thought of engineering when I was a kid, it was mostly like building things, thinking of ideas. I would play with my little brother's toys sometimes, like train tracks, and my parents would always say, "Oh, you should become an engineer. Like you're good at making things." So that's always what I thought of as engineering, just like designing. I had a lot of family members that were engineers, grandparents, grandpa, cousins. The people in the profession were mostly male to me growing up. In high school, though, there were some like female engineering speakers that would come in, so that's when it became more of like more diverse for me.
So growing up, my dad has been in sales his whole life, and I just see him being really successful, and he loves what he does because it's constantly different every day and it forces you to be creative and think outside of the box. I picked marketing because I knew that I wanted to go into sales as my career path, and marketing just seemed to fit into that the most. I like talking with people, I like being more creative and working in group settings, so it seems like the best fit.
The way I actually picked advising versus director of student conduct, which was a significant cut in pay, but money wasn't the essence for me. Mine was value to students. Even though I felt I was value there, here I think it's a different type of value. Students want to come and see you, and I feel like I have a lot to offer. And so far I've gotten a lot of great feedback from students.
When I worked in a warehouse, I started after a female coworker of mine, and I was promoted faster than her. I'm almost positive it's because I was a male. And I don't think it was right, but there's not much I could do about it. Usually girls in labs I tend to notice that they always finish stuff on time versus my lab groups that never finish things on time. Unless there's girls in the lab group.
I've noticed that the girls get more feminine jobs, I guess, like nurse, or a lot of them are into animal science or zoology. The guys are more into like computer science or physics majors. I expect it to be, I don't know, like if I go into like a regular like minimum wage job, like it's pretty fair, but for engineering, I would probably expect it to be pretty equal. As a woman, maybe I would feel a little bit more intimidated if there were a large group of engineers that were all males. They would probably expect my thinking patterns to be different than theirs, and that's probably something that would intimidate me, just being observed more heavily because I'm different.
I had an internship this past summer for a standard insurance company as a sales intern, and I was able to interview a lot of the company's top female sales reps, and it was kind of interesting because I thought they would have a little more prejudice than they did, but they actually said being a female in this industry is more of a plus and advantage because people are going to be more likely to build strong and valuable relationships with women, and they said that they never really experienced any bias in the workplace, but I mean, the world isn't perfect, so I know that there's still going to be some people out there like that, but if anything, I think it encourages me to work harder.
In the student affairs field, when I was here with conduct, that was pretty much dominated by females, and I don't really know why that is and it's not just here, it's throughout higher education. I notice that the student support services seems to be dominated by women. My guess is that is a field that maybe isn't something that men might really pursue right off the bat, because maybe that's not manly. Now, I'm also in charge of the MECOP program, which is a 6-month internship program. And right now, that's engineering heavy. We're the only business college that participates in MECOP. So it's, as far as engineering, that's very men dominated. But as far as for the College of Business, the students that go out on our MECOP internships are equally women versus men. And I notice when we go to the selection process, I think they feel it's very refreshing that there is a nice blend of both genders. I do not see a gender bias one way or another from companies, at least that want marketing, management, business information systems, or accounting students.
They come from a management, like the top-down kind of thing. It's like they need to recognize that they need to equally promote people. They shouldn't be basing it off gender, and I'm sure that that's what was the deal there. I think that for whatever reason, the male-dominated like engineering field is like that's starting to dissipate or whatever. And there should be more females joining the workforce now in engineering.
I think it could be changed. Mostly it's a time thing. Females are definitely like getting more into the field of engineering and other fields that were previously like male dominated. And I think like as like more of these women are going out into these fields, it'll make the distribution even between male and female, and it's not going to be like an odd thing to have one woman in the group.
I think in the advising world, I think people are respected for their gender. I haven't seen biases against particular gender advisors, other than just sometimes the selection process. And the bottom line is a lot of the women advisors they just interview a lot better. They have a better background for advising. So I mean, I don't think if there was an equal, I think that would be fair. But I think there's the selection itself. They're definitely selecting the best qualified. But I'd like to see more men involved in that process, though.